guys, it's Joshy here, and I'm back with my first Sword and Shield, just normal Wi-Fi battle. This is against B-nard, which is a bit of a fun one. We battle so often, and he likes to use usually a bit more of a stronger built team, but today he decided to use his team through the game. I mean, it's still a fairly strong team. And, yeah, so I just chucked together what I chucked together, but I'm still working on building up, hopefully, a couple more Pokemon for my teams to pick from. And then we'll be going through the, through everything else. So anyway, I'm going to lead off with my Appleton, and he's going to lead off with his Cramorant. And I was like, okay, look, I'm not extremely against this, you know, this matchup. I can work with it. The reason I thought about it is because at least with an Appalachid, I can drop his special defense, come in with someone else, and at least caused a bit of damage. And then I was like, I'm pretty happy with that. But this is where I thought, you know, I'm going to live a flying hit. But I forgot that somebody can carry Ice Speed. Yes. That's the problem, though, with a new game. If there's a Pokemon you haven't really used or looked into too much yourself yet, at least into either its attacks or stats, you're not 100% best equipped. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to bring a Mooner here. I think I can do a little bit of decent work. We'll see. So I thought, okay, I got Mooner. This is my shiny Mooner I found on live stream. If you go to my channel, it's video is on the top there at the moment. It's kind of funny, but I am max HP. I believe a bit of mixed defense here because, or more into defense itself than special defense because I carry the Calm Mind. So I'm going to go for the Future Sight, hoping he stays in here because I can take a hit decently, and then, you know, Calm Minds can help me live a bit more. So I'm just waiting to see. I am Eviolite, but still a really strong attacker is going to put some problems in against me. So I'm just waiting to see what happens. Just, you know, hanging around, checking out, see what happens. And then he's going to swap, which kind of sucks. So I'm like, oh, okay, what's he going to swap into? And I thought, okay, well, this isn't too bad, but I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go. So I'm going to have to deal with this Poltergeist, and I'm going to Calm Mind. I'm expecting a decent hit. I'm expecting to live, but I'm expecting a decent hit. I don't know if he's going to go for a setup move, but he doesn't. He ends up going for a Shadow Ball, which is fine, but except for the fact that I barely live it. Now, I'm going to go for a Calm Mind. Now, this is one thing I'd have to say I'm not sure on the mechanics of myself, because I know if you use Future Sight and then Calm Mind afterwards, it does up your Future Sight hit later because your special attack's been raised. But if you die, I am not sure if that boost still applies. I'd have to double check it. Nonetheless, Mooner's going to go down there, so I'm kind of like, okay, fair enough. And I mean, what do you do? But the good thing is that we have, you know, at least dealt with this thing. So anyway, I thought, what's best to come in next? And I thought, you know what? My Frostmoth has probably the best special defense around. I don't have much. I think I might have a tiny investment in there, but not much at all. So, yeah. So nonetheless, I thought, oh well, I can go for a Quiver Dance this turn. At least that gives me that setup turn. I know I'm going to be able to live it. I wish I had my special defense, hidden ability, which gives me a massive boost in my special defense, because that would have been crazy good. But I do not. This beautiful, beautiful shiny Snom was found differently. And so yeah, I go for the Quiver Dance, and I'm like, let's see how much damage I take from a Shadow Ball here. And yeah, but no, he's going to go for a Shell Smash. So I'm like, okay. Yay. Yep, just yay. So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, at least his defenses are dropped. And that can work. Oh, and I was like, oh, no, of course. Of course he's got White Herb, which is fair. It's fair. Yeah, it's fair. But that is also okay, because now I thought, you know what, I'm going to Dynamax here, because my Max Hailstorm is going to do a massive amount of damage. Should still take him out, even without his drops. And yes, Shiny Storm was caught in a Love Ball. But also, I should be able to live a hit in when I'm Dynamax, because with double HP, I'm looking quite nice. So, beautiful thing. Almost Frozen Mothra, really, when it does this, but much, much more HP. And, yeah, I'm going to go get hit there, but it actually does less than half, so I'm like, I would have lived without a Dynamax. That was interesting. Could have saved myself for a little bit later. And, yeah, Teabag's going to go down. So I'm like, thank goodness that threat is gone, because I didn't really want to have to deal with that. So I'm like, okay, well, if I can take out another one or two, at least, you know, Frostmoth can get me back in the game. This beautiful, beautiful, elegant, icy thing. So I was like, let's see. I'm like, what's he going to bring in? That's where the question lies, because as much as I can take anything at this point, I really need to get rid of some of his biggest threats, if possible. And if he can make the wrong move and bring in the wrong thing, I can eliminate something that allows me to run a little wild later. So, and this is where he's thinking too. He has to deal with my Frostmoth, and if he doesn't deal with it, I could snowball to at least taking out a fair few of them, making him, you know, quite a dent in his team. So anyway, I thought, oh well, this time I'm going to go for the super effective move against Gene Simmons here. Now, this thing, I was not sure exactly what's going to happen, but he actually outspeeds me. And I'm like, okay, well, this thing must be extremely fast. I'm thinking possibly Scarfed, and I guess a Scarf move like that is going to do well, but it does leave me quite low. So anyway, I'm going to take him out there with the oh my god, I keep forgetting the Dynamax moves. But nonetheless, I got rid of that threat. He ain't going to be outspeeding anyone else after that. So I'm left on a little bit of HP, and I'm hoping that's enough, but I'm not sure again who he's going to bring out. And see, if I did stay Undynamax and went for a second Quiver Dance as Frostmoth, I definitely could have dealt with the Poltergeist after Dynamaxing the next turn, which would have made me a lot faster. But nonetheless, he's going to take me out with a Berserker there with a Fake Out. So unfortunately, Frostmoth's going down, and dying in a giant form and that cry definitely makes me think of Mothra. So I got 3 left, and he's got 4. I mean, after my stupid shitty start, that's not too bad. So I thought, I'm going to bring in Unpheasant, and I hope I can get this set to work. Now, this set was the one designed originally to counter Corviknight, but I haven't come up against a Corviknight yet. I did bring him into this battle hoping that he'd have a Corviknight, but we didn't get there. So I was trying to think about it, but I thought, looking at his team, he's got, you know, those guys left. I can definitely work alright with this. So I'm going to go for the Sunny Day. Now, once I have Sunny Day up, I can hit him really well with a strong Heat Wave. I can go for a Hypnosis if needed. And then I also have Morning Sun, which heals 3/4 of my HP while Sunny Day is activated, while it usually only does half during normal weather and then 1/4 if raining or hailing. So I definitely need to get this out of here. So I'm going to go for the Sunny Day. Get that in, and I'm like, I just hope he hits me with a normal move so I can really smack him next turn with a Heat Wave. I'd love to do that, but this thing's going to go for a U-turn. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. As much as I'm taking very minimal damage, I really wanted to put a dent in this Berserker, if not eliminate him now. Because having a swapping Fake Out Pokemon can be a pain in the ass. Especially when it's, you know, if you don't have Dynamax left because you can't Fake Out it. Well, you can hit a Dynamax with a Fake Out, but he doesn't flinch, for those who didn't know that. So yeah, I'm like, okay, well, let's see what he brings in. I'm really, really not sure what's coming in. And, we've got Cramorant. So I'm like, the only problem with this is my only move is not very effective. So I thought, I'll go for a Hypnosis. If I can put him to sleep, then I might be able to work up some damage on him while, you know, he's asleep. I could possibly swap out. We'll see what happens. So, as I said, I went for the Hypnosis. You know, good. Got him. He's asleep. I'm like, okay, well, there's, I think, a very, very small chance to wake up the first 2 turns. So if you ever wake up first turn, count your extremely lucky stars. So here I think I made a decision that wasn't the smartest again, and I stayed in thinking I can just work up some damage, as I could have probably swapped into someone else and really started causing better damage, because that is nothing. So I would have had a free swap, and I ruined it. I am still afraid of one of his Pokemon sitting in the back, but being a max HP, max defense Unpheasant, I think I would have been okay. So at this point, I'm still just getting damage off. I don't know why I'm even bothering, because, again, I mean, look at that damage. It's definitely not worth staying in for. But he woke up this turn, and I guess that was, as I said, my fault for staying in. I should have swapped after the Hypnosis, and so I'm going to live, and I'm like, look, I'm going to pop my Potato Berry, so at least I'm doing more damage now. But at the same time, yeah, is it really worth it? Because 2 attacks, and I've done like an 1/8 of the HP. So 1 more attack left in the bag. I thought I could heal. I'm still going to die. If I had Roost, then I do heal half. But now I might be able to just live with a sunny day actually recovering 3/4. But in saying that, it's useless because it's he's just going to recover with leftovers, and it's going to make all my efforts even worse. So I'm hoping to burn him. Don't get the burn off. At least the Pidea Berry made it like I've done a little bit more damage, and the Surf's going to take me out. The problem here, though, is now this thing is in this gulping form. So I'm like, great. So whoever takes him out is going to get hit and is going to have a defense drop. So I'm not liking it. I'm really not liking it, and I really, really wish I swapped. Really think I should have swapped, but that's my fault. So anyway, I'm going to bring in Garbodor. Again, the Pokemon I should have swapped into. Now, this is a G-Max Garbodor, max speed, max attack. I actually have Stench as the ability, so that's why I'm max speed. Hoping I can outspeed some Pokemon and cause some fun flinches. Now, obviously I'm not the fastest Pokemon, but I do outspeed a lot of Pokemon that don't expect it when I'm running a max speed, like this. So I'm going to go there. I am going to activate this, so I'm going to get that defense drop, which does suck because I'm going to have to swap. That is where he is a little bit OP, really, as a Pokemon. So I'm hoping to hit at least enough times to take him out. And I get a crit on the third one, so that will be enough, thank goodness. But as I said, I do get that defense drop, so I am down. Now, I do have the leftovers, so at least I get a bit back. But if I just swapped first turn, you know, I could have easily dealt with that thing. And I could have, you know, he may not have used Surf, so he may not have his gulping form. I could have gone for Rock Blast, hit 5 times and taken him out, or I could have made him flinch and then second turn taken him out. So that's where I could have saved that on Pheasant, which definitely late game could have been really useful, as well as my Appleton. That would have been very useful late game too. So anyway, we now have the Rillaboom, which just, wow, Joshua names, coming in, and I'm like, sweet, I'm going to go for the Gunk Shot, obviously. That's going to cause a lot of damage, but obviously with my defense drop, I'm sitting a bit worried, so I'm hoping outspeed. I do outspeed, probably something that B-nard didn't expect from a Garbodor, which is great, and I take out that thing, so I'm like, great, got rid of him. We're both down to 2 now, but I'm still a little worried. So, just as I said, depending on what he's got, he can definitely make me flinch. That's going to happen. But, yeah, so just waiting. Just waiting to see who comes out. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, oh no, Rover's coming out, which is his Bolton. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go for the Attract for the fact it's a female, because then I can have the Attract and, well, I'm not faster, I doubt it, so I'm not going to get the flinches off. But it may allow me to get a couple more hits off. So, you know, let's see what happens. So, as long as I can live a hit, I should be able to hopefully cause a bit of damage. But someone thought it quite relevant to Dynamax right now, and I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Not cool. So I'm like, okay, all I have to do is live a hit, but I don't know what set he's running. I don't know what moves he's running on this Boltund. And so, realistically, I'm thinking physical moves. We'll see. Got the Max Lightning coming off. It's going to nuke me in one hit, and I was like, damn it, I thought I might have been just able to live it. But then I was like, oh, that's right. I had that defense drop. That's the problem there. So I'm going to go down. I'm like, great. And I'm like, oh, he's Life Orbed. And I was like, that's interesting. That's probably what saved him. So I'm like, okay, well, if I should have swapped into Claydol, knowing that he's going to go for an electric move, then I can go for... So I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin. I'm hoping I can live a move. And we're going to get the Max Darkness coming up. I'm like, great. I will outspeed this thing if I get a Rapid Spin off. But unfortunately, thanks to him being Dynamax and Life Orbed, I'm going to go down. I think if he was not Life Orbed, I'd just live that, meaning he won't be able to take me out until he comes in with the Fake Out. So that was a bit of a loss there. But that was alright. It was 2-0, but as I said, it was more my stupid fault for making stupid decisions throughout the battle, which is generally what I do a lot. But nonetheless, it was a fun battle, and I thought you guys would probably enjoy seeing it. So if you guys did enjoy that, please do. I think we'll I think we'll max Hailstorm that like button for Frostmoth, because Frostmoth got my momentum back in and moving, because it was really nowhere before that. Don't forget Discord, Twitch and Twitter, link down below, as well as the comment section. And if you'd like to keep up to date and show your support, you can sub, or you can ring the bell if you want, but you don't have to. Now, let me also say I am raising money this month for Lifeline Australia. I will remember, hopefully, to link that down below, the donation. They work on, mental health, so suicide prevention hotline, crisis assistance hotline, many things like that, community services, community centres, and education, and a lot of other things. So it's a great cause. So if you want to donate, that's down there. That can be done right up to the end of January. But anyway, guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.